This is the Frugal Gardener. I've been posting videos on YouTube about how to save money gardening for 10 years now. This is my 10th anniversary. Out of those 10 years, I've posted over 500 videos. And I would have to say this one is got to be in my top 5. So you got to stick with me on this. I'm not even going to tell you to watch the entire video, but around the middle of the video, I'm going to get to the game changer. I'm going to talk about tomatoes and how ridiculous the price have gotten, and more importantly, what you guys can do about it. This is what I recently brought. I have family and friends coming over this afternoon, and to show you this was not a fluke. This was one time when I went to Walmart, I think it was a week and a half ago. I paid $2.92, and you can see right there, that was for 2 tomatoes, and this is more recently. This is the pack, and I'm trying to focus in on that. That's $3.97. So that's $4. $4 for 2 tomatoes. That's $2 a piece. If you like, hoagies, subs, just like eating tomatoes or fried green tomatoes, salsa, tomato paste, tomato sauce. I mean, I can go on and on. This is not going to go away anytime soon. In the previous video, I explained to you guys that the bulk of the tomatoes are coming from California, Florida, and they're coming from Mexico. So yeah, I'm just going to come out and say it. Between the fact of them running off the workers in the fields and the fuel price of transporting those tomatoes, especially if you live on the East Coast, from California all the way to the East Coast, the tariffs coming in from Mexico, all those things are what has driven the cost up to the point where we're paying more for tomatoes now than we have in the past 8 years. So that's the problem. I'm here for the solution, which is what I'm going to show you guys. If you do the math and you're paying $2 a tomato and you buy 4 tomatoes a week, just 4 tomatoes a week. I mean, if you have a family of 4, that's 1 tomato per person. So that's $8. That's $32 a month. That's ridiculous. A lot of people can't afford that. So what I'm going to do is walk you through what I have done, what you can do, whether you have a garden or not. I did a previous video on this, but I didn't go all the way. I didn't do all the math for you guys so that you can see the big difference, because this is not just about planning for now, planning for this year. This is going to save you guys a ton of money down the road. So like I said, I'm the Frugal Gardener. I garden in Zone 7A. For those of you who've been following me for the last 10 years or so, I appreciate your support. And for you guys that are new, stick around, because this is going to be a game changer for you, and it is literally going to save you hundreds of dollars. All right, so this is super simple, and I promise you it won't take long. Partway through this, you might think, I've seen this already, you've shown this already, but that would not be accurate. You've only seen maybe half. But today I'm going to take it home. I'm going to show you the entire process. And, well, back in the day when I used to dabble in the stock market, there was something called a return on your investment. And that's where I'm going with this. I'm going to show you 3 numbers. This is the first one, 63.36. And that is how much money you will spend based on what I just showed you. If you buy 4 tomatoes, I don't know, make people, they juice them, they put them in salads, whatever it is that you do with your tomatoes. 4 tomatoes a month for 3 months, June, July, August, doesn't matter which months, August, September, October. This is what it's going to cost you currently. And the price is probably going to go up, not down. I don't see this going down next year or year after, because the problem still persists that we just talked about. So that's the first number. That's what you're going to spend for the next 3 months, maybe more, maybe less, depending upon the size of your family, how often you eat tomatoes. Here's a second number. The second number is $47.50, and that is what I'm going to call your investment. Now, the reason why I'm calling this an investment is because every time you garden, it's an investment. You put seeds in the ground, you water them, you nurture them, add nutrients to them, you get your vegetable, and that's it. It's over. Except for that's not what we're going to do this time. That's short-term investment. The short-term investment is long-term investment. So the 6336 we've already covered, but the 4750, which if you notice is about $15 less than the first number. And this is where that money's going. $8.12 are going to 2 food grade buckets. I'm showing you one. Yes, I'm using food grade because I'm tired of explaining to people, tired of going through the whole rigmarole about how you can use Lowe's buckets or Home Depot buckets. So these aren't that expensive. Like I said, $2.18 for the pack. This is at Walmart. I don't know where you get yours from. But the second thing that you're going to need is the soil. And that's, I use this brand here. I use Scott's. And for this size bag, $2.79. That's pretty reasonable. And then there's the compost, $2.47. Now I'll explain to you about compost. This is the cheaper, it says right there, cow manure and compost, or you can use black cow, which I prefer, but black cow is more expensive. So I went with this because I'm trying to keep the price down. So now you're going to need seeds. I always somehow seem to lose one of these cards, and in this case I did. But these are beef steak tomato seeds. It's very important that you buy indeterminate. Indeterminate. If you buy determinate, your yield is going to be a lot less. So you want to buy indeterminate beefsteak tomato seeds, and the brand, I mean the variety is beefsteak, but you don't have to buy beefsteak. The beefsteaks are the larger ones. These are the San Maranos. They have these are the cherry tomatoes. Last year, I grew. They were similar to the San Maranos, but you get more. Your yield is higher, but the tomatoes are smaller. So it's up to you. You're going to need plant food. This is Burpee. Cost you $10, $10.95. The other thing you're going to need is, I have cocoa coir down here, but I'm showing you peat moss because I'm out. I would prefer that you use cocoa coir because it's less expensive and because it lasts longer. So you're talking $19 for this. The last thing, last but not least, is the compost. No, I covered compost. Okay, so food grade bucket, tomato seed, compost, soil, cocoa coir, and the plant food. So this is all you need. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to use 50%. You're going to fill this bucket 50% soil. You're going to mix it all together. Basically, you can mix it. I've seen people mix it on the ground. This is manure in here. This is horse manure, but you can get something this size, or you can just use, you can just mix it on the ground. So you're going to mix everything together except for the plant food. You don't need that. That's for later. You mix those together, and then you fill your 2 buckets. Again, let me emphasize that you need 2 buckets because you're going to grow in these buckets and you're going to stagger your planting. So that's how you get your $47.50. So already you're ahead of the game because you're paying less. Yes, you have to wait for them to grow, but the bottom line is, and this is the part that I keep telling you guys to hold on for, because this is where the game changes. You're going to get anywhere from 50 to 75 to 100 tomatoes based on the variety that you plant. Now, in addition to buying indeterminates, the other thing you want to make sure you do is stagger your planting. Plant the first bucket and wait at least 2 weeks, because you don't want everything coming up at once. You want to be able to harvest from the first bucket, and you want to be able to harvest from the second bucket. So that's the reason why you have 2 buckets, and obviously because you're going to have more more tomatoes. Now, here's the big difference. The big difference is when the season is over, you're not going to just let this sit. You're going to take this in your garage. You're going to put it under your porch. You're going to put it somewhere out of the weather, because you don't want this sitting out in the weather all winter. These do swell and burst if they get water in them. Trust me, I know. I've been there. So you want to just put this away for the winter. You don't have to do anything. Just put it away until the spring. When the spring comes, you want to sift it. You want to get something like what I built here. I showed this to you guys in a previous video. You want to sift out the roots and anything that's in there that you don't want. You just want basic soil. So once you sift that out, what you're going to do next is you're going to add more compost. That's pretty much it. The reason why you're going to add compost is because the compost is going to wear out. It's going to run out. I mean, it's still going to physically be there, but it's not going to give you what you need in order to grow for a second year. Yes, we're talking about multiple years. So we're not just talking about this year. We're talking about next year. So you're going to take, you're going to add your compost. And in this case, you're also going to add your nutrients. So what's it going to cost you? This is what you're going to pay at the current prices. So when you go into next spring, you're basically paying $13.42. So I'll say that again, $13.42. This is the return on your investment that I'm talking about. Why? Because you don't have to buy more cocoa coir or peat moss. You don't have to buy more seeds. You're basically going to take your seeds and you're going to wrap them up, put them in like a little bag like this, put them in the fridge, put them in the deep freezer, and just hold on to them till the spring and take them out. You definitely won't have to buy more buckets. So if you're not buying food grade buckets, or any kind of buckets for that matter, you're saving $8.12. You're not buying soil, so you're saving $2.94. You're not buying more cocoa coir or peat moss. So when you go through the list, basically the only thing you're paying for in year 2 is the compost that I showed you and the nutrients. So imagine this: if you get, if you do well, and I'm still trying to think of the name of the tomatoes that I grew. Roma, that's it. I couldn't think of it earlier. So I grew Roma tomatoes, and it took a while before they started to show up. But man, they produced and produced and produced. I'm not saying this is going to happen to you, but I was still getting tomatoes in October, early October. And that's in part because the weather was good, and because of the way that I did it. So I know this works, or I wouldn't be showing it to you guys. So basically, when you go into next year, if you get, like, again, if you're planting beefsteak, you're not going to get 50 tomatoes out of this. I'm telling you that right now. But if you're planting Roma tomatoes or San Marinos or some of the other smaller ones, especially if you're planting the cherry tomatoes, you could easily get 50 out of each one of these buckets. So that's 100. So instead of paying what I showed you earlier, instead of paying $1.50 for one tomato, you're basically paying $13, even if the price goes up for your compost and your nutrients. $15 for 100 tomatoes. Do the math. That's the reason why I asked you guys to stick around, because most gardeners, and again, I'm not knocking anyone, they are basically talking about the here and the now. They're not talking about next season. They're teaching you how to grow for today. I'm teaching you how to grow for the future, where you aren't going to be spending a ton of money. This is your total investment. Like I said, unless you decide to buy the more expensive brands, that's all you're going to spend. You're going to spend less than 50 bucks. So that's it. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is that I do have a Facebook page. It's been there for a while. I stopped using it for a while, and I'm going back to using it. It's basically for you guys to post your garden pictures. It's called Gardening Your Way. And I'll put a link to it underneath this video. And I have updates for you. There's a lot going on over here. Some good, some not so good. I have a situation here where I have not planted in the ground for two reasons. One, because I didn't get the tiller from my neighbor, but I have a workaround for that. The other problem is I have a mouse, at least one mouse. And he got into that down there. That's how I know. I actually saw him. So I am taking precautions at this point, and I'll show you in the next video what I'm doing to deal with this mouse problem. It seems like this one after the other. There was a deer right outside this gate yesterday, outside this fence. So this is something else that I'm working on that I'll show you guys coming up in the near future. So for now, that's it. I'm the Frugal Gardener. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. Remember, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Go and plant your garden and plant your tomatoes. So next year, you won't have to concern yourself with these ridiculous prices. Catch you guys on the flip side. Have a great day.